Alrighty. Everything you watch is a lie, including this from your boy Moon.
Almost everything you see online is fake. Most advice, inspiration, creativity, and even generosity is manufactured. More and more, everywhere you look on YouTube, whether it be the Shorts tab, pranks, motivational gurus, entertainers, and even animal charity efforts. And
It's all fake? I had no idea. At the age of 35. 4? Or 34? Not 35 yet. I had no idea.
now you may be thinking, okay, but reality TV, celebrities, and social media has always been fake and valid.
Bro, a little knick-knack fact. What's that, like, one really famous director? Like, something Scorsese? Was it Martin Scorsese? He actually, unironically, loves reality TV shows like Desperate Housewives of whatever city. He eats that shit up.
And it might not seem that harmful, but with the rise of loneliness across the world, the destruction of communities, and the ever-present need for some sort of connection, people across the world are turning to YouTubers and influencers for parasocial relationships, as it's the only way.
I mean, I kind of do. I mean, but not really, but kind of. I mean, me personally, like, I've been on the internet for many a year now, and I think I know better than to pry into my favorite influencers, like, real life, to try to get closer to them, because that's just weird. Like, I really don't care what they do in their personal life. I mean, essentially, like, how I used to view it, I think I viewed it differently when I was younger. Like, when I was younger, my favorite like, influencers were different than what my favorite ones are now. And even then, they're not, like, I can't really even call them my favorite. They're just like the people I watch for certain subjects. And even then, like, I don't take their words as, like, the Holy Bible for a lot of things. I don't know. It's like the older you get, the more sharp your bullshit sensor gets. I mean, at least with me. I mean, and it's not like the sharpest. It's not like I can sniff it out, like, instantly, but it does get better over the years.
More and more of us can never feel connected to the outer world by being plugged into a fake virtual one, which is
Yeah.
really scary.
Honestly, for me, it was like I could feel like something in my mind or my body changing when I was, like, hopping from job to job, and then just staying at, like, my current job. I just grew, like, more and more, I don't know, disconnected. Because, like, a lot of the times people, they make different life choices, and you tend, or at least you as a person, tend to, or at least for myself, you tend to kind of float around and prefer the company of people that are, like, kind of like you, or not even kind of like you, just like they like the same things that you do. So, a lot of my friends, they got wives, they got girlfriends, maybe a lot of my honestly, like, a lot of my high school friends, they all got, like, wives, girlfriends, kids. Whether or not they wanted them is a whole other conversation. They got different financial responsibilities. Maybe they're living at their parents, maybe they're not. Maybe they're living by themselves. Are they struggling? Are they thriving? I don't know. It's just a lot of the time I just grew apart from a lot of my high school friends, and so it's like, also it's older, or not older. It's harder to make friends as an adult versus like when you're a kid. Because, like, me personally, I feel like so beat up with life. I could just give a shit less of what anybody thinks about me. And because of that, it's like, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to describe, dude. But let's just keep watching.
when you consider the effects this is having on society as a whole.
Oh
Nowadays,
my God.
everybody wants to be a star of their own on TikTok or YouTube, inspired by the creators they've developed a parasocial relationship with. People see how their favorite YouTubers live, who they're in relationships with, who their friends are, and their millions of fans then hold their own lives up to the same standards. But what happens when this entire bubble pops? This entire life and all the people you watch are just ripping you further away from authenticity and truth. What if almost all of your favorite YouTubers are completely fake?
Well, I would say damn near close to almost all YouTubers are fake to some degree. Whether or not it's like, you know, they're 99% fake and 1% real, you know, whatever they choose to like show, or, you know, they're only like 1% fake and then they're like 99% real. Even like some of the YouTubers that say, nothing I do is performative. Everything is real. I tell you guys the truth all the time. It's like, no, because there's still shit that you still don't say in public in order to preserve like a positive, or at least somewhat positive image of yourself. So, like, nobody is like a fucking god tier saint. So, I mean, that's just something I don't know. I learned over the course of time.
In this video, we're peeling back the curtain to show you how some creators are manipulating the public for clout and how they use your psychology.
Yeah, like, I don't know who this guy is, but like, this guy, that guy, and who's this guy? I don't know. And these are the fucking bro, for a brief time on my YouTube, I watched these guys. These are the build the home in the jungle guys. But they actually used like tractors and teams of people, but they made it look like they themselves, like these two guys did it with just a camera and shit. Yeah. These are just like, these people are just like outliers in that, bro, honestly, like some of these people, like these, like, I will say this. Let me like minimize this. Where's the circle button? Here, maybe this is too bright. Let me paint can, yellow, circle. I think if this is like a real person, some of these influencers will be like this. Let me see. Can I shorten that up? The character that you see online and their actual real person that is offline will be so closely interconnected that all you see, well, whatever. Or maybe I'll do this. That all you see, or all they choose to like portray, is like that much. And that's like a large amount of like both circles. Like, yeah, there's probably like a little bit that they don't show, and then there's like some amount that they prefer to like keep in I don't know, like unspoken or whatever. Like, this is like the off the wall zany shit that they just want to do, but they can't because their platform. And then this stuff is like just normal guy or normal girl, like when the cameras are off. Sometimes the concentric circles are so damn close to overlapping that they just become the character. You know, like how when you refer to like celebrities like Brad Pitt, George Clooney, or Logan Paul, Jake Paul, you refer to them as their first and last name. That is the character of Jake Paul, Logan Paul. But to his close friends, it's like, it's just Jake. It's just Brad. It's just Steve. You know, like how most people refer to people as like their normal, like just first names. It's just Jason. You know, but to the public eye, it's like, ooh, it's famous person, first name, last name. It's Joe Rogan. It's I don't know, like it's the character versus like the real person. And I think that a lot of the times when you see these like super successful people, the concentric circles are just so far overlapping. It's crazy.
Psychology. And trust me when I say the reality of the situation is truly disturbing. For example, there's a whole side of YouTube that profits from the fake savior complex of making animals cruelly suffer. It's so upsetting that
Oh,
this
that's
even
fucked.
exists at all in the name of making money on YouTube. And it really takes a special kind of messed up person to abuse and destroy animals for money. I
Oh,
mean,
look
this
at the
is
little
serial
kitty.
killer territory of evil. When you spend more time filming tragic incidences than actually doing something about it, it should always raise red flags. But when it comes to animals who are forced into dangerous and life-threatening situations just for views, it's enough to make anyone's blood boil. And yes, fake animal
I did see a couple of these videos, but I was never really like interested in watching them. Like they would pop up on my feed and I'm just like, pass. Not because that I didn't think it was interesting, but because I just didn't want I didn't care about it. I'm just like, oh, whatever. I don't care if this fucking video is trending. I don't want to see this. Don't care. Not because I thought it was like real or fake.
rescues have really gained millions of views, and nobody was really talking about it on YouTube before Nick Crowley did a video called Fake Animal Rescues. In his video, he featured mainly 2 channels in which the fake content was investigated, and one of the main channels he covered was Rescue Journey TV, and what he found was alarming. In one of the videos they uploaded, it starts with a puppy that was apparently bitten. However, the puppy is hiding under a structure. If anyone knows dog behavior, a dog that is in fear or has no trust in you, the white of their eyes will show. This is known as whale eyes. It's a common telltale sign of anxiety and stress. The kids in this video are trying to rescue it, but the bite mark on the puppy does not match up with what a bite mark would actually look like. And at the same time, the puppy is clearly showing whale eyes. The puppy is then taken to what most would assume to be a vet when the bite mark in the clip mysteriously vanishes. Now, the logical conclusion here is that the vet scene is shot before the incident and that the wound on the puppy is inflicted.
Oh, and they purposely like, if this is their own like video, they purposely blurred it out to obscure their dog shit like fake wound on the dog
By the kids with an object like a knife. But then in another clip, a puppy is found caught up in a fishing net with a bunch of discarded chairs. However, in the scene, we see that the puppy is well hidden, and this entire shot is filmed from them finding the puppy to setting it free. However, the thumbnail of the clip is not found at all in the entire video.
Dang, rescue the puppy trapped in fishing net, rescue dog.
Which made people wonder, was this video actually staged? And if so, what were they doing to this poor dog? I mean, the puppy couldn't have got.
Not gonna lie, if I actually watched this, I would have thought that this was real. 100%. Like I said, like my bullshit fucking detector was like getting sharper, but like, bro, I can still have the wool pulled over my eyes with some of this shit.
Gotten to where it was found. It's almost impossible to have gotten to the situation by itself, as the chairs were firstly too high for the puppy to reach it to climb, and the entangled fishing line was also a bit extreme, to say the least, and obviously completely unrealistic. But as the views started pouring in for these channels, more and more competitors of these videos started popping up all over YouTube, which led to another channel called Happy Dog, a huge fake rescue channel on YouTube, and this channel would take things to a whole other level. Now, the rescue suspiciously starts with a farmer doing yard work when he hears a kitten or a puppy and finds it caught up in fencing or a tree. However, if you continue watching videos on the channel, the same kitten or puppy is being used to rescue over and over again. This isn't the worst part. One of their most viral clips was about a puppy that was being attacked by a snake. Again, they took their time filming the first few seconds rather than actually saving the pup. Then once they come to the puppy's rescue, they also dangled the snake near the puppy as if it hadn't been traumatized enough. You see, before this, the channel didn't have any.
Bro, that's some like fucked up shit, dude. Like, these people are fucking crazy. I mean, like the crazy leaps and bounds that people will go to just to get a quick buck. It's crazy. This is like so stupid and deplorable, dude.
other snake attack clips. None of the videos featured this, but then once the snake attack clip with the puppy is uploaded and hits over 4 million views, everything changed. All of a sudden, 13 snake attacks in 2 months are uploaded. Snake attacks on kittens, puppies, and even rabbits are now being continuously uploaded. In some instances, the puppy is taken to a vet where it miraculously survives a king cobra bite. This is of course fake because the puppy would have died within minutes of being bit, even though the clip clearly shows a bite mark. So it's more than likely faked, and the vet.
It is kind of crazy to think that it's like you take the most cuddliest animal that you can think of. It's like a fluffy little puppy, and you put it up against like the most like evil animal that you can think of, like a big ass snake. You know, snakes are like typically the bad guys in like most movies or whatever. So, and it's like, oh my god, puppy versus snake, the good little puppy versus the big old evil snake and tried to eat little puppy. That sounds like a good ass idea, dude. Like, that sounds like a recipe for fucking giga views.
That scene is shot before the puppy is shoved into a space with a king cobra, where it probably more than likely died from a snake bite. There's so much of this stuff on YouTube that is honestly shocking. There's the torture of dogs almost drowning, trapped in asbestos, kittens found under rocks. The list never really ends here. A kitten was even, quote, found wedged between truck tires and then miraculously rescued. And as soon as the views and money starts pouring in from these videos, suddenly there's a bunch more clips with the exact same thing happening. New clips of tire wedged kittens appear on the channel again. It's really sickening to think how these kittens are forced between the tires and are left there until they're rescued. Again and
bro, like, it is good that this is like, or at least like that I'm like discovering this, because now I can just watch, like, not even watch these videos. I can just observe certain channels and just be like, oh, that's probably fake. So it's good that like I'm like realizing this, but god damn.
and again, all for the profit of the channel. And most of these fake videos are from Vietnam or Thailand, but they're filmed in English to make sure they can hit that good AdSense money. And recently, there's now been a new trend on YouTube of freeing turtles from barnacles on their back.
Oh yeah, I actually saw this. I unironically have watched a couple of these where, yeah, I mean, it's like like fucking these guys like find random ass turtles, and then they're just barnacle ridden on their shells and whatnot. And it's like, if you know anything about turtles, it's like you would think that turtles can't feel anything on their back, because you as like a human can think like, oh, it's like a big hard thing, they can't feel it or anything. But it's like, it's actually the opposite. Like, turtles can feel everything on their shell. 100%, dude. Like, there's tons of clips of like turtles just like rubbing their shell on like little brushes and like wiggling around like they like it and shit. It's like, so yeah, they can 100% feel it. There are nerves in their shell and they can feel them. So then when these guys fucking just riddle them with barnacles, and then they take knives to them to like remove them, it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I honestly thought these were real. Like, I can't watch fucking anything, dude.
Discovered by Dan the Turtle Man that these turtles were freshwater turtles and would never have had any barnacles on them in the first place. And it turns out the barnacles were actually glued on their backs, and that the problem is that the turtles have nerve endings in their shell and are incredibly sensitive to soft leathery shells. Some of the clips don't even show barnacles, but small rocks glued to them, only to be—
oh, they were fucking glued. I thought it was like, in my head, I thought they were taking like barnacles and just like setting them on the turtles for them to like latch on or whatever, or however they get on there. But they actually fucking just glue them on there. Jesus Christ.
ripped off with sharp knives.
This dude, he glued rocks to it! Giant barnacles? Are you serious, dude? These are literally rocks. I didn't watch this dude's channel yet. Look, that one's falling off because you just glued it. Look, you could see the super glue coming off. You could see the super glue on the side of the turtle. You could see that. That's a—
Bro. Oh my god. I didn't see this video, like this dude reacting, but holy shit.
not even super glue, that's hot glue. So you put hot, burning hot glue, which is basically melted plastic, to the shell of the turtle, which can steal all of this. This is the worst offender I've seen. This channel, Rescue Sea Turtle. This dude sucks.
And worse yet, they are putting these freshwater turtles in the sea, under the impression that they can fool us into thinking they are seawater turtles. It's an
Jesus.
incredibly cruel thing to put freshwater turtles in the salt water. In fact, it's actually barbaric. And yet what's so scary is that most people in the comments of these videos don't even realize what's happening here.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't fucking realize. Like, holy shit.
With even the ASMR crowd enjoying these videos as well, which is only worsening the trend and making more people incentivized to create these kinds of videos. And every single person of the millions of viewers watching this stuff is just adding to the problem and giving these people more money. And now of course there are genuine animal rescue programs and we should support these rescues. But with YouTube, it's almost impossible to tell at this point what's real and what's not. Even
yeah, that's the other thing. Like, when you start faking this shit and you get outed as like a faker, then you just hurt the real cause, the real people that are doing like actual work. You just hurt that cause. And you make it so that people become more and more skeptical as to whether or not your rescue videos are actually real.
And some of the most mainstream celebrated and beloved YouTubers out there are faking their videos and personality for clout, raising a generation of kids and teens into loving a fake and authentic version of the world. So why is there such an issue with faking videos on YouTube? But before we...
Because they're creatively bankrupt and they don't know what to do anymore to captivate and hold the attention of their ever growing audience. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, like if I was a little kid, when I was a little kid, I would always like love to watch these, what do you call it, these like super colorful, shiny, dangly keychain in front of your face type videos. And I'm not gonna lie, like I used to watch them. I would also used to watch bum fights and shit like that, and prank videos and like people beating the fucking shit out of each other videos when I was a little kid. But I don't know, my taste is just changed as I get older.
To continue, have you ever heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits led by today's sponsor, Fume. Fume draws flavor to your mouth and
like, not gonna lie, dude, like it's cool and fine that you got like the little sponsor and shit, but like come on.
fills the void that ditching a bad habit can leave. You have something to reach for guilt-free that won't destroy you like your bad habits, and it's made to fidget with, which can calm anxiety with its magnate snaps and clicks. And you see, the thing with Fume is that there's no vapor, it's not a vape, and there's no nicotine, making it completely non-addictive with non-toxic flavoring. In fact, the flavored air can satisfy your oral fixation through a passive diffusion system that...
I don't know, what's the FDA think about this? Is there like been some studies about this shit that says it like, oh, it won't cause lung cancer?
That utilizes no electronics, vapor, or combustion, and they make sure it's safe by continuously investing in third-party studies to ensure the safety of their products, with Fume being backed by doctors across the US. My personal favorite flavor is their crisp mint flavor. It leaves your mouth feeling so refreshed, and it's delicious to taste. You see, flavor...
I mean, I can't control what you do. Yeah, it's your life. You're gonna do whatever the fuck you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you whether or not you can do or not do a thing. But I don't know. I've been around a lot of people that have smoked cigarettes, cigars, pot, vapes, and I just never saw the attractiveness of it. So I don't know. That's just me.
Flavored air isn't like vaping. If vapor was compared to sticky soda, Fume cores are more closer to herbal teas. That's how Fume has been able to serve over 150,000 customers. Yeah, and you can...
I mean, if it is actually like a healthy alternative to it, then fucking great.
Be the next success story. So for a limited time, use my code MOON to get 10% off a journey pack. Head to tryfume.com. That's tryfum.com and use code MOON or scan the QR code on screen to save 10% off of your order today. Well, it comes down to the fundamentals of how YouTube actually works. First, how clickable is your video? And second, how long
Bro.
can you keep the viewer watching?
Bro, my fucking videos are not fucking clickable at all. Like, I'm not fucking delusional. I'm lazy as fuck, dude. And like Mr. Beast is probably peak YouTube in terms of like thumbnail clickability, audience retention over the length of a video. And he's got this shit down pat, dude.
By having an outrageously crazy challenge or prank, and then dragging out the result of this challenge to the end of the video, you've got a recipe for millions of views on YouTube. That's why all over YouTube you see videos with brightly colored thumbnails, extreme challenges.
Yeah, I've seen a ton of these like type of videos from like different like multi-million like subscriber like YouTube videos. There's just something about it where it's like, this is obviously like a photoshopped and all that shit, and it's just meant to convey like a certain message to make you like want to click on the thing of like, oh, what do you, when you click on this, he's gonna be like on a jungle in an island fucking trying to survive, you know, and then surprise, the damn title matches up basically with the damn thumbnail. Stop this train, win a Lamborghini.
And topics appealing to the lowest common denominator, or in most cases, literal children, and almost all of them are following the Mr. Beast model of making videos.
Well, that's because the internet is more of a young person's game. And I would say take the age brackets of, I don't know, like when did people first start like this current generation of kids? When did you first start like getting into the internet and discovering it on your phone, your laptop, tablet, whatever, your iPad? You take the age bracket of like 4 to like, I don't know, 16. And then what's the polar opposite of that? Like people in there, what? 60s, 70s, 80s. It's like almost all of the young people know about the internet, know how to use it, know how to use all the technology related to it. And then all these guys that are like 60, 70, 80, 90, they're still trying to figure out how to like work their TV still. They're not doing anything on the internet. So you have to make your content appeal to whatever, you know, the age range for the whoever's mostly on the internet. Because I guarantee you, if you look at the analytics for some of Mr. Beast's videos, there's probably like some people in like the 60, 70, 80 range, but I would say that's like 2 or 3% for sure.
But unlike Mr. Beast, who uses the crazy titles and challenges and then actually delivers on them without faking the video, the same can't be said for most YouTubers. That's why all of these Mr. Beast clones are...
Yeah, good for Mr. Beast for trying to be as... And this is what I said before, like, with the concentric circles, like, sometimes, like, the character and your real person just slowly get closer and closer together, and you just become the character.
Fake prank channels all feel so soulless, devoid of any personality, completely inauthentic and staged.
Oh yeah, like I used to watch the prank channels a ton, dude, and I thought they were real too.
Channels in particular,
like there's this one video where I saw of like, it was like messing with people on the beach that are taking a shower, because you know, like whenever you go to the beach, there's like the showers that you can use to like wash off all the salt water and shit. So there was this like one bodybuilder guy who like goes over to the showers and like, starts like trying to shower off, and he puts like a little bit of shampoo in his hair, and then here comes the guy like over the wall. He like pops out and like dumps a little bit more of a shampoo over his head. The bodybuilder bro just keeps washing his hair out. It's like it gets mostly clean, and he puts more shampoo on there, and he's like he lathers the shit up again, and there's more bubbles, and he's just like looking at his fucking hand, and it's just like, okay, that's obviously fucking fake, dude. But when I was a little kid, I thought it was real.
that have been called out for years on YouTube as always being completely fake. People like Sam Pepper become infamous for doing so and building an entire brand and reputation around it.
Sam had never made mainstream headlines until a very peculiar prank in 2014. The fake hand-ass grabbing prank, to be exact.
Are you touching my butt?
I would not do that, come on.
So, I mean, this is just insane in retrospect.
However, with the huge success of fake pranks and challenges has come more and more professional videos that make it almost impossible to discern truth from fiction. But it's getting so bad now that some of the biggest names on YouTube with tens of...
And here's another thing. I don't know if people are even interested in the truth as much as they are interested in just being entertained. That's my question. Are people more interested in true things? I don't really think so. And I can say this even for myself. I think people are more interested in being entertained than, you know, having the truth told to them.
Of millions of subscribers are even resorting to this too, because in most cases if you don't, someone else will and they'll outcompete you in views and money. So increasingly more YouTubers are jumping on the bandwagon of faking their videos for views, and getting rewarded by the algorithm for doing so. Take Eric for example, he's often been seen as the MrBeast golden child, the hottest upcoming YouTuber around. However recently he's been exposed for actually faking his videos too. Soggy Cereal produced a series of exposés revealing that Eric often faked elements of his videos. It first began with an investigation into a video where Arak claimed to support a small town called The Angle.
The entire premise of the challenge is built on the charitable act of our selfless hero Arak, risking his life traveling over 38 miles of ice trying to get to a small town called The Angle, which had a completely ravaged economy because of COVID and zero tourism as a result.
Being tied to
dang.
recycling across
Isn't that like a lot of countries like on the face of the earth when COVID was a thing?
38 miles of ice, the intention was to buy a specialized bicycle that could cycle across a frozen lake to The Angle. However, this isn't really what happened. At first it seemed like they just had problems with bicycles and ended up with one bicycle sinking into the lake and the other just breaking. But with every shot, despite Eric and his friends trying to pull the bicycle out of the frozen lake, it only seems to be sinking more. So either all three of these bicycles were really weak, or the bicycles weighed a bunch, which wouldn't really make any sense for riding on ice in the first place. The
Damn.
shot of the bicycle shows a building in the background, where they were to start their travel to The Angle, but that building would end up being the same building they were going to be staying at in The Angle upon their arrival. The building was called Sportsman Lodge, which is about 40 miles away from The Angle, so they never actually left the area at all.
It's crazy how people like on the internet can just figure out this shit. Like, this is absolutely crazy.
They claimed they were going to empty their bank accounts to support tourism too, especially because the Angle community was struggling under the effects of COVID at the time. However, as they show off the lodge, if you Google the Sportsman Lodge site that exists 40 miles away from The Angle, the photos confirm they were still 40 miles away from where they were meant to be. Same bedding, same bar, all the same as shown in the shots of their location matching the photos of the Sportsman's Lodge. As they head out to the restaurant, a person in the footage again confirms it by mentioning the Sportsman's Lodge, which the editing team tries to dub out with another person's laugh.
Sticking out like a sore thumb by being here, because nobody from LA comes to Sportsman.
We said that when y'all walked in. We're like, them guys.
But the real question is, how are they supporting a town they're not even in by spending money at a separate location? And there were so many examples of this. Another challenge was Eric going in a straight line across the country, with a half-mile buffer zone to be true to his word. It was a series of 8 uploads, and while it drew in the massive amounts of views, gained him a bunch of subscribers, fans, and money, he actually does straight off the bat mention a flaw in his plan, that it was completely unrealistic to walk.
If I continue to only walk across this 1,500-mile line, it would literally take me 6 months. So my friends are about to pick me up in our first vehicle.
But he doesn't limit himself to just walking, but traveling by any means necessary. He also strategically takes the time to introduce his new merchandise of hoodies. But to make sure it seemed legit, Eric would provide a map on his site so that viewers could try it out for themselves and do the same challenge. But it turned out that Eric himself would provide the footage of his failed attempt. I mean, the shot included a billboard sign showing behind the 3 friends playfully mocking that they were almost out of the line, but the truth is that the billboard itself gave them away. The billboard was in fact 20 miles away from their straight line. In the same content, they hit some obstacles that are not even on the map. However,
Oh yeah. You know what this seems like? It seems like most of this shit, this line, I mean, this is like a road. Why the fuck would they do that? Why not just go the damn line? I don't fucking know, dude.
Soggy cereal shows, the Arak team had actually
Oh, and then the line crosses like a big patch of woods. You guys prepared to fucking go hiking through like a little patch of woods? I don't fucking think so.
turned the map upside down and added a fake forest or bushes for the trio to contend with, so the obstacle itself was also fake.
This forest obstacle they talk about, well, it doesn't even exist.
Oh, so what? This guy like debunked the whole thing? Oh my god.
Couldn't find this area anywhere along that route. Until I finally realized that his editors just turned this section on the map upside down and then photoshopped the forest on top of it.
Which is funny because in a wide interview, one of Google's most searched questions was, does Arak fake videos?
Does Arak fake videos? This question triggers me because of the lengths that
Because of how true it is. Probably. Because of how true it is. Well, it's just a question. It's not stating like a thing, yes or no. It's just a question. And you can see motherfucker getting tilted.
we go to make sure that videos are not faked, unscripted, completely real.
And even recently, Arak took on a challenge to travel the world in 30 days, ending on the 31st of December in New York, and having to upload daily about his journey, or else Mr. Beast would delete his channel permanently. But of course, like almost all YouTubers, this was also completely hollow and fake. Arak talks about Parade on Ireland, but as Soggy
I mean, bro, like, what the fuck is the point of you doing a stupid ass, like, little challenge, like, around the world in 30 days? You ain't even gonna fucking do it. Like, quit being a bitch.
Serial shows, the parade only happened in November, and the challenge supposedly started on the 1st of December.
Well, this is the Dublin Services Parade, which happened on September 2nd.
And in almost every upload, timestamps
The reason why he doesn't fucking do it is because his target audience, or the majority of his target audience, is probably like little kids.
show that Arak was not within the agreed time frame.
And as I said before, it's very easy to pull the wool over little kids' eyes. And even myself, sometimes.
In fact, if you collectively add the time it was done in, it was probably more like 120 days, with all of this content being filmed prior to the actual date of the challenge. And then he would promote his merchandise again, with a new logo, Mafia, that came with your own personal serial number, giving it a unique edge, making it a one-of-a-kind hoodie. However, the serial number was always 001, for everybody. And then it turned out this entire channel was
Oh damn, making everybody think like they got a one of one, or like a one of however many fucking shirts. Like, dang. Make you want to feel special. And then all of a sudden, oh, your buddy got the hoodie. He didn't take the tag off. He's like, oh, bro, look, I got a #1. It's like, what the fuck? My tag says #1. And then you look at your buddy like, oh, we've been scammed by another YouTuber. I thought I was the special #1 hoodie wearer motherfucker. I'm actually not.
was fake. There's more footage of Arak and his friends sneaking into a concert as fake DJs with wristbands on, implying they actually paid to be there and had no need to sneak in at all. And this is just so common on YouTube. So many YouTubers
Nah, he's probably like friends with the DJ, and he's just like coordinated a little fucking video, like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to fucking break into your little concert, and then is that all right? He's like, yeah, man, that's cool. Promote my fucking music and da 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 da.
are doing this. That's why most of your favorite influencers oftentimes are just completely inauthentic and never real to who they actually are. But Arak,
at least fucking, who's like the older one with the WWE thing? Is this Logan? At least Logan fucking did like the right thing and joined like the WWE. It's like everybody knows wrestling is fake. So this is like a perfect business move for him. Because yes, it's still like kind of athletic and like you have to be like in pretty good shape to like be able to do a lot of the shit they do. But at the end of the day, it's just like performative. Like performative athletics. This is a great move for him.
oftentimes are just completely inauthentic and never real to who they actually are. But Arak's fake videos are nothing in comparison to the fake guru proliferation that we're seeing everywhere on the
Oh, the whole the alpha male buy my 3-day camp pass for like $10,000 or some shit, and I'll turn you into a man in 3 days. Like, give me a fucking break. Bro, I guarantee you, before this guy showed up to this fucking thing, he did like a little pump sesh for like his chest, shoulders, and arms before he put his shirt on. Then he showed up. He's like, all right, you maggots, you guys are all beta male bitches, and I'm gonna fucking keep you up for 3 days and pour water on you and tell you you're all shit until you fucking suffer bond.
The YouTube Shorts
Or wait, no, is this the sales guy? This is the sales guy, I think. I thought this was like the alpha, like male dude. This is like the sales guy. And damn, dude, is it cold in there?
They've become such a phenomenon that we've made several videos on them, and still there's
Master closer. I am a master businessman. Bro, I hate tight shirts. Like, why the fuck do you think I wear this same ass black sleeveless t-shirt? This is a fucking, I think this is like a 2X. All right? And I was there every time since I started working out that came to the realization that, damn, this shirt's fucking tight on me. Like, bro, I got a whole closet full of tight ass larges and extra large shirts that I bought like 4 or 5 years ago. And, you know, they're all like movie themes and shit. Like, you know, it's like, I got like some Terminator shirts. I got like a Planet of the Apes thing. I got like a Alien vs. Predator thing. I got like Gears of War thing. I got like a Mad Max shirt. I got a cool ass Back to the Future shirt. And it's like, bro, they're all fucking too small now. Like, even if I cut the sleeves off on them and just use them as like workout shirts, they're all cotton. And that shit just soaks up sweat and all that shit. And it's at the end of the day, it's like, they're all just like kind of like, if I put it on, it'll like come up to like my waist. And if I bend over, like the small of my back, my low back will show. And it's like, God damn it. So I fucking hate like tight ass shirts. So that like idiot showing up to like something like, I'm a closer, with his little tight ass shirt and his like nipples poking through, like, get the fuck out of here.
more and more stories coming.
Like, I see that guy walk in like that, I'm like, I'm out of here. Just keep my money. I'm fucking out of here.
Out. As the fake gurus that have proliferated the YouTube algorithm and YouTube Shorts, these people who brag about their lifestyle, show off their fancy cars, show you all their materialistic dreams in front of you, baiting you in, all so that you can buy into their sleazy sales.
Power of a dollar.
On an audience that is desperate to get rich quickly in a dying economy. Whether it's a Lamborghini in the garage,
Look at all my Lamborghinis. Look at all my Rolexes.
Rolexes in Dubai, the point is always to grab your attention. And once these fake gurus have your attention,
You know what? Like, actual people with fuck you money don't actually want you to know that they have fuck you money. They want to seem as normal as humanly possible, because they realize if they let it be known that they have a shitload of money, they all of a sudden become a target. So all of this flexing, that's like a dead giveaway of like whether or not like I'll like enjoy an influencer and their content, is like if they flex or not. If they're wearing like a shitload of chains and like accessories, especially if they're a guy, like, who the fuck are you impressing? Why do you have a fucking wristwatch? There's a clock on your phone, idiot. Like, I will say that I will give you the benefit of a doubt if you got like sunglasses. I mean, because honestly, I wish I could wear sunglasses, but I got like some fucking little transitions, like prescription glasses that sometimes work, sometimes they don't work. But if I like wear regular sunglasses, yeah, I look cool, but I can't see worth a damn, dude. What is it? I'm like farsighted or nearsighted, and I got like some astigmatism. So it's like, fuck.
they need you to be invested in their life story. They show you the world.
No, I'm not invested in your stupid ass life story.
Of what being rich is like. Women, crazy party.
Yeah, you can just do whatever you want whenever you want. Okay.
ultimate freedom, and it always just seems so easy. And if you watch a lot of this YouTube content and you go down a self-improvement rabbit hole, eventually you'll stumble into one of these people, and maybe one of them will offer a free 2-day course that you can jump into.
Oh,
or
free!
Even just subscribing to them and following their fake lifestyle. It's very easy to believe that this could be real, but from there, they'll say bold statements.
Why would you save money when the government's printing money?
Pitch you against other people, push up the American dream, all while making you
Why would you save money when the government is printing money? He's like referring to like inflation, and that if you save money and like the value of the money that you're not saving goes up, but the money that you do have, the value of that money goes down. So it's like this roundabout way of saying like, don't save money, use it, go into debt.
You feel special for following them, but little do you realize that this entire lifestyle that you're pitched is completely fake and hollow. Their entire business model is making you believe in the illusion to gain your trust, because that's when the real money is made. That's why there's a proliferation of wildly overpriced, scammy online courses that are designed just to upsell you into paying you crazy money. For example, most of their sales sites, you'll think of signing up and they'll have a bar showing you that there's only so many spaces still available, and while you're sitting there, the numbers start dropping, creating urgency to sign up. Or you'll see people
Where was
tell
it?
you
Let me show you again.
that there's only
Like right up here. Come now. Spaces. Or like you'll see this in like what do you call it? You'll see this in like normal everyday stores. Like, look at this sale. This item is on sale. It's like, no, actually, this is the regular price of the item, and you're just stating that it is like 10% down or 10% or 15% off. Buy now. About the only thing that is true in this respect is food. And that's because food has like a legitimate expiration date. Everything else, it's like spaces left. There's a sale on this technology thing. Hurry now. And there'll be like a clock counting down. It's like 10 minutes left to lock in this sales fucking price. After that, the price is going up because it's so much in demand. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
so many spaces still available, and while you're sitting there, the numbers start dropping, creating urgency to sign up. Or you'll see people tell you the true value of their product and then cut it down and say they're giving you a really good price. Or they'll
half off. Before it was 20K, now it's only 10K. Oh my god, I'm getting a crazy deal.
They'll say that people who don't take their advice are subhuman, are peasants.
And honestly, when you guys are stupider and don't take action and make a lot of excuses, it makes people like me more money, which is more enjoyable for me, just more exciting that way.
Oh, damn. True, brother. True.
The only people who live their lifestyle like they do are real men. But everything about this whole
Look at this dude. This dude tried to do like a leg day and then purposely wore some little short shorts. And also, he shaves his legs. Or he waxes them.
genre of people is fake. Their only purpose and business model is by teaching you how to make a business. Even though most of these people never had a business in the first place that was successful. There is no get rich quick scheme. There never was. On the sorts of lifestyles that actually...
If you got rich quick, it's because you got lucky. You may not want to admit it, but you got lucky. Yes, you can put in the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You can work your ass off to be ready for the luck. Be ready to accept the luck. But there's that one piece that nobody wants to admit is there. The luck. They want to say, oh, I worked hard and it was because of my work and dedication to XYZ that I got lucky and I'm in the place that I'm at. It's like, to some degree, that is true. But you can't deny you got lucky too.
rich people live in the first place. But once you pay for their first course, they'll always intentionally insinuate that the next course is coming soon, and this one will finally give you the actual secrets you were looking for in the first course. And psychologically, once you've already paid for a course, and the answer to all is just around the corner in the next course, it's inevitable that people pay to do the next course. If you're already this hooked into their lifestyle, their message, their personality, you can easily be brainwashed into the upsell. Then there'll be the next course, the $45,000 course.
Bro, I didn't even know that those type of scams existed. Holy shit, dude.
Conferences with flashy lights that
10x
all created to spike your dopamine.
Damn, this is like a goddamn concert, man. This dude coming in from the ceiling on the rafters and like the little pulley system. He's got his little safety wire right there in case he like falls off.
And pump up your enthusiasm and keep you believing that because
they're probably saying some dumb shit like, who's ready to make money?
They're rich, they will also make you rich, even though they don't tell you that the only way they get rich is by telling you how to get rich. And they don't even tell you how to be a fake guru. They don't teach you what they did.
No.
And before you know it, you're paying for the next course and the next course, hanging on to every word. Because you've already bought so far into this dream that the reality of your depressing situation is too much to handle. And that's not to say all
emphasis on depressing situation.
Online courses or communities are bad. Not at all. A lot of people have genuine courses and information to tell and sell for a price. That's not the problem. It's the people always trying to upsell you, always telling you stuff that's very surface.
I can't get over this guy, dude. He's like, whatever article of clothing he wears, he does like that workout in the morning to like show off a little bit. Like he wore the black shirt to downplay the upper body, but he wore like the light short shorts to show off the legs. Oh man,
that has no.
This is what closers wear.
Substance in convincing you that the way they live is the real way to live on the hedonistic treadmill of materialism, where everything you learn in their courses can be found just simply in books or on the internet. And
now, there's nothing wrong with like a little bit of hedonism and materialistic, I don't know, pursuits. There's nothing wrong with that, like a little bit. I think there has to be like a I don't know, like a point where you're like, you just have to be content. Because if you're always constantly looking for like that next car, that next big buy, that next big thing to make you happy, it's like, I don't think you're ever gonna find it, dude. Like, oh, I just won the lotto. I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna buy my dream car. Now, all of a sudden, I develop some sort of love for cars. I'm going to keep buying cars. Hell, I'm going to start buying motorcycles. I'm going to start buying old cars. And all of a sudden, you just keep buying and buying and buying. And then all of a sudden, one day, like a year or two, or maybe 3 years, you're into this shit. It's like, oh, where'd all my money go? I ain't got any more money. I got this house and, you know, all these nice cars, though. Are you that much more happier?
And all the time and money you spent on these gurus' lifestyles and their courses is completely wasted. And usually all of these fake gurus have a past painted with red flags. They're always usually part of a scandal or a scheme. And most of the gurus don't practice ever what they preach. They'll tell you that it's good to be $1 billion in debt.
I'm $1 billion in debt.
You're $1 billion in debt.
That making $400K a year is pocket change.
If I made $400 grand a year, I would be embarrassed with myself as a husband, a father, basically as a human being.
And then if you don't have a Lamborghini in your 20s,
damn. If I'm making $400K, bro, a year in my state, bro, I'm like in the tippy top. I'm in the 0.5%, not even the 1%. I'm in the top 0.5% in my state. You say you gonna be fucking embarrassed. That's lies.
You're falling dramatically behind, but the entire illusion is fake. And once you fall down this YouTube rabbit hole, eventually you'll soon come to the conclusion that all of your clicks and time is being wasted. But they're not the only ones trying to make a buck from faking content.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I saw these type of videos, these like restoration things. Oh my god. This shit, like, not gonna lie, I got by this. And this was like within the last, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I legit thought that these were like real restorations, and then like I don't know, maybe like 20 videos in, all of a sudden there were these other YouTube channels like coming out and just debunking all of Jesus Christ, what is in this? There were these YouTube channels that were just coming out, just debunking like, yeah, this isn't real rust. This isn't a real fucking gun. This is like purposely damaged and like rusted to shit in order for them to like make it look like a true restore.
There's a whole genre on YouTube of restoring old items such as guns, Game Boys, and phones. And yet recently, this entire genre has been unveiled to be
like, what the fuck is it? Are you doing? What is this? This is a fucking Game Boy Advance. What is on it? It's like it got dumped into like a vat of brown paint. And like there's like some shit on it.
Be just another fake illusion.
What?
For YouTube viewers. Well, it's partially fake. And what I mean by partially is that
like that legit looks like brown paint. Like, am I supposed to assume this was like in the dirt? Like, oh, dirt brown. Ugh.
Item was intentionally rusted by chemicals to make the video. Most people don't care, it's just amusing to watch. But there is a valid reason in some cases.
Yeah, because it's satisfying to watch. People like that's why that whole category of like satisfying exists. You know, when people do these like full restorations of like, I don't know, like carpet cleaning, lawn mowing, what's the pressure washing, they're all like just satisfying to watch.
It could matter a great deal.
But he is pulling millions of views, and those millions of views could translate to at least one person looking at an antique that they find at a shop or have in their house and using his same methods on that antique.
If a historic item is ever found, and some of these techniques are used, it could potentially ruin the item to a point of no return. Most of these videos start with finding the object. This can be mostly fake because realistically, how often do you find something rare just as you're filming? It's one thing to find something and then take it home and film about it, but to keep you watching, they tend to flip that around and go treasure hunting.
Bro, he mentioned the words treasure hunting. This was an entire TV show. I think it was called like Treasure Hunters. Or even the gold, you know, like the gold miners. Like there's two separate things. There's guys that go around, like, and these are like TV shows on cable. The guys that go around with like metal detectors, either like on the beach or in the woods or somewhere, and they're like filming and they're looking around for shit. And then all of a sudden their little what do you call it? Their little metal detector goes off. It's like, oh, there's something right here. Let's start digging, guys. They just start fucking digging and shit. Like, oh, I found this ancient coin from the Aztec Mayans in my backyard. Well, let's go see what else we can find, guys. They just go to the next guy's yard. Oh, we found this ancient dagger in this guy's backyard.
An old item to restore, keeping you engaged in the video with their deception. And then once they find the item, they will begin by showing the awful shape the item is in. And this is where more deception comes in. You see, one of the tricks they use is with copper.
You can see in some areas, boy, immediately it started to react to the steel.
By turning up the color intensity during filming, this highlights the green that the copper produces. And
oh
makes
yeah,
it far more
like look at this.
than they're actually.
Let me go back a
By
little
turning
bit.
up the color
like, look at how fucking pink this man's hands are. I don't know what nationality this dude is, but these are hands. This is like Fortnite colors of vibrance. Like, these are hands. Like I putz with the colors of like my camera, but I got like my little LED doodads turned on to like all the way yellow because I don't fucking like looking at like white light, so I turned it all the way to like amber because it's like easier on my eyes. And I just look like this. Like, it looks like I got a tan, but I'm really pale as fuck. They did the same thing with this dude.
intensity during filming. This highlights the green that the copper produces and makes it look far more rusty than it actually is. They then begin to strip it down, take it apart, and wash and clean it as best they can. This is fine, except if any item is electronic, there should be huge problems there. I mean, there are other ways of cleaning electronic items where water damage isn't involved, and by all metrics, dumping an
I found an Asus 900 ROG Strix motherboard. Let's dunk it in water and restore it. All right. Now let's hook up this 4090 to this new motherboard and see how many frames we can get while playing Fortnite.
item in water is more than likely only going to damage.
Oh, gigabyte. No wonder it's in the garbage. Oh!
It further. Any dings and broken off bits can be fixed with alternative substances, like a 2-minute noodle hack, but if you don't know what you're doing, this can be extremely tricky, and for the sake of making the video, they only show the beginning of the pasta paste and then the finished look, which is usually the new replaced case or replaced piece presented as a fixed piece. If the item is a rusted gun or knife, you always see that the rust hasn't actually eaten away at anything.
1. The thinnest area on the blade, if it's a really old knife, you'll see pitting and damage. On this, since this oxidation only happened for a couple days, even though the blade is thin right there, it's still in great condition.
If they use a soft brush to start cleaning it, the dirt that you see is likely just paint that is brushed off for effect. In the video 7 Signs of Fake Restoration, the YouTuber clearly shows that you have to look for a glossy cover, as he explains that chemicals like salt are used to create rust that leaves this type of residue.
Here's an old chisel. This one looks pretty authentic, but you can still see that weird shininess.
When plastic is being cleaned, you should also know that scratches are never just going to magically disappear because it was cleaned. In fact, it would be far more realistic if they replaced the plastic scratched up piece. If there is wood involved, watch out for what appears to be burnt sections, as this is just to grab your attention. Burnt wood is only scorched on the surface, so a quick sandpaper can fix the problem almost entirely, and if it really was burnt, it would be far deeper than the surface damage and in most cases would need replacing.
See, I didn't even know about this, like all the restoration tactics and shit. I didn't even know shit about this.
So some experts have taken it upon themselves to react to some of this fake content, and it becomes quite comical entertainment.
Oh, we can just press that in by hand. We don't even need a case, but man, this guy got Superman fingers.
In a watch restoration video, it's noted they are using car cream to buffer the parts to a brand new state. It seems as though the water and paint brushes are used to remove some of the rust despite the delicate parts that should have been removed before brushing started. A laptop or PC found in a dirty river was surprisingly restored despite scrubbing the hard drive and motherboard, which are sensitive pieces that would cause more damage, and in the end they show the tower with a side panel different from the beginning shot of the casing.
Now, here's something I noticed that is pretty different. Look at the side panel on there. Right.
Oh yeah, it's not even there. It's a whole different goddamn computer.
Looks freshly painted, although there's only painted bugs and shit all over it.
Then miraculously, the PC powers up and it only takes a few guesses to somehow get the password right.
We got the password on the 3rd try, boys. We're Hacker Man now.
Almost insulting that they portray this as real and somehow expect their viewers to believe this, but because they play on human psychology, they still get a bunch of views and a huge following. Some restoration videos are real, and watching the craftsmanship and talents behind these restorations should be noteworthy and applauded. However, these people have taken years to perfect their skills and know when something is not restorable. Some will even openly reveal that they had to replace a small part due to unrepairable parts.
That's crazy. Like again, I'm just gonna reiterate this. Like, the guys that do like the fake shit only hurts the people. Well, not only, but it really hurts the people that do the actual restoration, the actual animal rescues and shit. Like, it just, I don't know. It just, what's the word I'm looking for? It makes it just more like a more skeptical situation of like whether or not everything is fucking real.
And they mark that this would not be a true restoration of the item as they have to outsource these other parts. But because of their honesty, they won't see the same success as these fake channels. And where it really becomes shady is how lots of these fake restoration videos can then charge services to restore your own items, making this stuff really scammy and scummy. But at the moment, it seems like YouTube is stepping in to stop this scammy behavior on YouTube. But nothing is more hypocritically fake than the people pretending to be authentic, real, and living in the wild. Introducing primitive building videos, as sadly
Bro. Not gonna lie, I got on this like a year or two ago whenever this shit started popping off. I thought this shit was so real. I was like, damn, these guys just sit here in the fucking random ass jungle, like doing this shit.
Many primitive building videos, the videos that you think will actually be authentic, the ones outside
Yeah.
of the virtual world, outside of all the BS of YouTube, still have the same problem as all of these other niches. Now, primitive building videos would usually show two indigenous men working together to build a structure with nothing but materials they found in the jungle.
Yeah, just fucking sticks. We're gonna build this fucking 5-story fucking mansion with some sticks, guys.
Ranging from a pool to a full-blown dwelling. But if we take a closer look and question a few obvious flaws, it becomes apparent that it's fake. Let's take a deeper look. In most of these videos, it takes more than just 1 or 2 people. It's normally a team with their own architect and building equipment that you don't see. I mean,
Like, it's pretty cool that they can like make this seemingly like just in a random spot in the jungle. Like that, like to it, like it is like a little bit like artistic and whatnot, but like a lot of the times, from what I'm told, is like the area that the dwelling is built in completely just like fucking just crumbles to the ground within like a couple days of like raining or something like that, and it's just like the animals can't even like live like in anything near what at like after they like cleared out some fucking like land and trees and shit, and it's just like a fucking big sandy fucking mosh of gloop.
have you ever tried to actually dig a hole? It's so much harder than it looks.
Yeah.
And 2 men digging with sticks would take forever. Instead, they use earth-moving equipment. Then they hide this equipment and continue filming as if they dug the hole themselves, making the viewers think they had done this enormous
Yeah, and then I think in some of the videos, it was like, yeah, just look at the fucking tractor tracks right here.
task on their own. And for most people who don't live in the jungle and don't live outside, they'd have no idea of how absurd these videos would truly be. And when people started taking a closer look at these videos, like Sunny V2 did, you will see smooth marks on the side of the walls that don't match the digging that they supposedly did with the sticks. The sticks should leave small, long line grooves, in comparison to the smooth dug out marks from the earth moving equipment. On the other side of the structure that was built, you might see spray paint, which would be to mark where to dig, but is never included in the clip as spray paint is not part of the primitive scene that you are led to believe it is. There are clips where the equipment couldn't do any of the work because of the formation of the structure. They really would need to do the actual digging themselves, but as we all know, many hands make light work, so the team of about 10 do the job with spades. That still strip away from the authentic conception that the structure was only built by the 2 that you actually see in this entire clip, where you're led to believe they're only using what the natural environment offers. But once the structure is formed, they then start to secure it with mud and clay, or natural cement collected at the river or made by sand and water, which again is completely false. This is not reality. It's a false illusion presented to the viewer to make you believe that all of this is really possible. And what's really
bro, I 100% believed that this was all real.
Important to note, as this will happen with all of the people we speak about in this video, is that the way they feed into this illusion is by playing on your lack of knowledge. Almost none of
I had no knowledge of this.
the viewers watching this have any idea of how to build structures outdoors. And of course, as most people don't know this stuff, you might think there's no reason that it's not possible to use mud to keep the structure in place. But even clay needs heat to actually set and full. In reality, what these people are showing to their viewers is not what is being done in reality. They're using cement on the actual structure, which is generally mixed with sand, so the coloring of the mixture keeps the facade going for longer. Not only that, but the structure itself has been orchestrated by the architect or engineer for the structure to last at least the length of the filming time. I mean, during the actual filming, if you keep a close eye, you'll pick up on some very obvious signs. For example, in the background, you might see the earth moving equipment in the corner of the shot, or one of the team members working in a white t-shirt.
Oh my god, like right up there. Like, let me go back a little bit.
You'll pick up on some very obvious signs. For example, in the background, you might see the earth moving
Oh, the earth moving shit, like right there.
Equipment in the corner of the shot, or one of the team members
Look at that dude
working in a white t-shirt. Generally speaking, most are too distracted by the men digging to notice these small flaws.
Yeah.
And that's what they count on to keep the entertainment going and the illusion lasting longer. But looking from a logically natural view, if it is in an area that has many trees, where are the roots of these trees or the rocks and stones?
Yeah.
They've obviously already removed and excavated it. The reason as silly as it might be, is that it's too much work, as if it would be something you would do in one day. If you watch for more of an ASMR reason, it breaks the tranquility of the moment, and again the viewer loses interest, and people don't watch to the end of the video. And
honestly, whenever I did watch those videos, like they were sped up, but I've always watched those shits on fucking 2 times speed.
The algorithm doesn't recommend your video, so they cover up all the realities of making these kinds of videos to make you fall further into the illusion. All flaws and imperfections scrubbed out. When they put up bamboo poles, one should take note of the smooth cut at the ends, and then ask, how would this be possible if no proper tools were at hand? Even the bamboo poles used
that shit's like one clean swipe
to guide water into the pools are smoothly cut, and the water itself is just another delusion. I mean, in a structure with a pool, if you really think about it, why the hell was the water actually blue? It doesn't really make any sense. Well, it's only blue due to editing or painting the structure blue, or even dyeing the water to appear blue. In some clips, you'll actually see them rigging up a structure as if they are redirecting water from a nearby stream to fill up their pool. Again, more lies. Most of these clips are shot nowhere near any kind of source of water, so the filming is just so misleading. In truth,
what the hell?
They are pouring water into the bamboo pipes from bottles of water brought on site or from an on-site reservoir.
Bottles of water or an on-site reservoir? Bro, that's crazy. All right, guys, I got fucking a whole pallet full of cases of water. Start twisting those caps off and start pouring.
They
Jeez.
even use the same footage of collecting water and cement or mud in another video, because most wouldn't check if it's the same shot. Some of the structures appear to be very Minecraft inspired, which works against the primitive genre that they go for, but it's also designed to capture the viewer's attention, playing on human psychology to keep up this illusion and rake in tens of millions of views. And once these false structures are actually built and the video is finally uploaded, then there's the mess that's left behind that we don't see. And if we did, nobody would be supporting this trend. One example is the Primitive Technologies Ideas channel, with about 5 million subscribers who do this kind of content, and the money they make from these clips comes at a very big
oh damn. Bro, there's like a fucking site right there. There was one over there. There's probably like some more. Like these are all like so close to each other.
Agricultural cost. You see, most of the structures that are seen in the videos are done on private properties. A cameraman working on these videos confirmed most of the information, and also confirmed that the clips are filmed in places like Thailand, Cambodia, or Vietnam. But what is the outcome of this stuff? Well, it turns out that the sites are littered with cement bags and stagnant water. One property can be the site for many of the structures that we see, and are all then left in disarray after the video. Now, not all primitive videos are fake, and this is what makes it so hard to discern what is reality when you go online. For example, one particular channel, Primitive Technology, run by an Australian man, has been credited as the most authentic content of the genre. His name is—
oh damn, fucking almost 11 million subs, actual like legit.
John Plants, and his channel has over 10 million followers. His content is more silent footage of how he works in structures, and while he admits he uploaded the content with no narration out of laziness, it seems to have been a great decision, as the views have poured into his channel. But one of the key things here is that John doesn't skip out steps and keeps the content as authentic as possible. He clearly has a passion for it, and when the subject of fake primitive videos came up, he encouraged people to try it for themselves to get their answer. It was a short, sweet, and clever reply, as it directs the solution back to the viewers, getting his own—
damn. That guy is fucking goated for like saying that. What did he say? Let me go read that. Where was that?
His content is more silent footage of how he works in structures, and while he admits he uploaded the content with no narration out of laziness, it seems to have been a great decision, as the views have poured into his channel.
Where'd that
but
go?
One of the key things
Let me
is
see
that John
this.
doesn't skip out steps and keeps the content as authentic as possible. He clearly has a passion for it, and when the subject of fake primitive videos came up, he encouraged—
there are lots of channels that I think are faking their content for sure. Sometimes convincingly. They are motivated by money and status alone, rather than a true interest in primitive technology. But wanting to stay out of the internet drama, I'll leave it up to the discerning viewer to decide what's real or not. My advice to people who really want to know if the techniques on display are legitimate is to put them into practice and see. If you can follow these steps and get a similar result, then it's probably legit. No fucking truer thing has been said. Hey, you think it's legit? You go try it. I invite you to come try it. Damn, dude, if that isn't a fucking invitation to like show up, I don't know what is, dude.
encourage people to try it for themselves to get their answer. It was a short, sweet, and clever reply as it directs the
Fucking put your money where your mouth is if you think that shit is real.
solution back to the viewers,
What a
getting
goat.
his audience outside and participating in his building activities, making them realize how possible this truly was. Whilst the deception found in these primitive building videos certainly skew specific,
Yeah, man, you over here trying to make fucking bricks and shit. These guys over here making like modern art and houses and shit with like with pools and like fountains and fire. Man, you doing something wrong, buddy.
deceptions and disappoints fans, there's not so much damage to the viewers as it's just really wasting time. It's scary to think that almost everything you see online, every video you watch, can just so easily be manufactured to create a false vision of reality, misleading millions and millions of people around the world into either feeling insufficient or believing in delusion. And thank you Fume for sponsoring the video.
Oh shit, that was it? Damn.
Almost.
That's a good ass video, dude. I think the first time I realized some shit was fake was, I mean, I think for most people, it's like when they first discovered that Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy aren't real, and that their mom or dad is just like taking the teeth out of under their pillow and putting like quarters and dollars and shit under there, or like they catch their parents putting gifts under the tree or some shit. Oh, the Easter Bunny's not real. Go in your room and close your eyes and count to like a fucking 100 and then come out and go find the eggs. I think that's like the first like wall break when you're a kid. And then for me, the second one was realizing that wrestling wasn't real. And yeah. And then like years later, it's like, oh, a lot of YouTube shit isn't real. It's like, oh, yeah. So, hey. It is what it is, man. It's like the Matrix. It's like that Matrix question. Do you want the blue pill or do you want the red pill? What was it? The blue pill, you go back to sleep and you are forever plugged into the Matrix, believing whatever you want to believe. Take the red pill. You wake up and you come to grips with reality. That's pretty much what it feels like, man. But other than that, this is a good ass video. I thought it'd be a little more doomer, but you know, it was pretty good though. But yeah, I want to see some more. Good stuff, man. Keep coming. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.